Well, welcome. This is Dave with House Alone. Today we wanted to spotlight a fabulous realtor. It's Walid Milad that we have with us.
Hi Dave, how are you?
Welcome, man. Glad to have you.
I'm glad to have you as well.
You're one of the most decorated real estate agents that I know.
Thank you so much.
Kid you not. You managed a construction business for 9 years. You have your real estate license in 2018 to flip homes.
Correct.
NMLS license in 2020.
Correct.
Right? 2022, you get your general contractor's license and started a construction company of your own.
Exactly.
Right? And then also in 2022, you become a solar consultant.
Yes.
So I have to ask you, I wanted to start this by asking, what's your business model?
So basically, here's my business model. I wanted to create something where it's kind of a one-stop shop for my clients. So if I have a client who wants to buy a home, I can basically help him with all his needs. I can get him the loan, get him the house, fix the house with him, then put solar on his roof. So basically, from one client, I can do the whole thing, and it becomes a one-stop shop, easier for the client. Client is happy that he doesn't have to deal with so many middlemen, so many people at the middle. Once the trust is built, they will love to deal with me in the whole for transaction.
That's
Same
awesome.
thing applies to sellers as well. You're selling your home, but it's not in a great condition. Sure, I can fix things here and there to make it in a better condition. This way, when we put it in the market, you're basically getting the most out of it, which is what's important for most sellers, is to cash out the most they can. So I can do that. Sometimes even I help getting paid through escrow, which is a service I'm doing right now. So sellers even doesn't have to come out of pocket with something. We will just fix this for them and then get the money later on through escrow once the house sells.
That's awesome.
So it's a great model helping both buyers and sellers, in my opinion.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot about that in our office, about becoming more of a home advisor, in general.
Exactly.
And that's kind of what direction you're headed.
It helps them. So I think it's a great business model. I've helped a lot of clients doing all four items together. I've had several that pursued me in like 3 out of the 4, 2 out of the 4, or some of them even got the 4 things. So it's a great model. I'm going to keep improvising it and keep making it work for the best.
It's awesome. It's working for you.
Yep, it is, definitely.
What inspired you to be a real estate agent?
Well, good question. I love helping people, and being a realtor, when you see a family that wants to buy a home and then you help them get their dream home, it feels great that you help a family or someone achieve their goals or dreams. Same thing, sellers, they always want to either upgrade or move to a better area or get extra features that they don't have in their house. So you're helping them achieve some stuff that they don't have in their current homes. And putting this together on a map and trying to get it done is, you see at the end that you made it for the best of all of them. So it's what keeps me going, is seeing you're making a change in other people's life, whether buyers or sellers, basically.
That's awesome. What would you say is your best skill set in real estate?
Well, I've always been saying this. Any successful realtor, the main goal or the main thing is communication. It's all about communication. So communication skills is the goal that makes any realtor different from others. You have to know how to communicate with other agents, with buyers, with sellers, with the whole process in order to get everybody on a deal on the table. So everybody's happy, basically.
And you're bilingual as well, right?
Yes, I'm bilingual. I speak Arabic as well because I'm Middle Eastern. I'm originally from Egypt. So sometimes I get buyers that are basically Arabic speaking or language barrier, that they're speaking English but not very good in English. So I do speak English and Arabic, so I help a lot of the Arabic speaking community as well.
That's awesome, man. I know this is kind of a interesting question because everybody has their own opinions of it. But where would you say the housing market is headed this year?
Everybody's asking that question.
Right.
Well, I see the market is going more to stabilizing now. Interest rates started finally to relax and drop a little bit. The supply in the market is still low, in my opinion, and there is still a demand. So with the supply being low and still there is a demand, and with the interest rates kind of falling a little bit from what it was 2 months ago. I know we're not back to the 3%, and I don't think we're going to go back there. But at least we were down from the 7.5 to the 6, 5.5, 6 range. So this is going to create that buying power that will help the market to stabilize a little bit.
Right.
So we're going back to a normal market is what I'm seeing happening right now, because the last 2 years that was not a normal market.
Right.
So we're going back to a normality.
Absolutely. I was even reading in an article recently that was talking about we're starting to see more seller concessions that are equal to pre-pandemic levels, right?
Yeah,
so
see
prior to COVID, you're
you
seeing
see
that.
normality again in things that we used to do before that we weren't doing the last 2 years. You're seeing all that back happening again. So what you're saying is absolutely correct.
That's good. That's good. All good signs. I did want to note this because you include me on a lot of your emails on your offers that go out, and I've acknowledged firsthand that your conversion is probably one of the highest in the industry. I mean, it's almost like I see the email go out, and within a matter of like 1 to 3 days, we're opening escrow, right?
Thank you.
So are there certain like practical things that you're doing that that will help get these offers accepted, or what are your thoughts there?
It goes back to communication again. If you understand what your buyer needs, what your seller needs, good communication with the other listing agent on what they want to see in the offer. As long as you understand and put that, then you can make an offer that when you present it at the first time, it's basically appealing to everybody, because the goal is to make a deal happen, and to put a deal on the table, you have to be in contact with everybody. So some realtors just write up the offer and send it, and they don't even follow up. They didn't even call the listing agent to see what the seller wants or what is it there. But doing that extra mile, calling here, calling there, making sure that you're communicating with the other listing agent on what is it that the seller wants to see in the offer. So basically, when you're presenting an offer, it's decorated as well to the seller liking to increase your chances of getting that offer accepted. So it goes back to communication between all parties, basically.
Yeah. Well, you have a fantastic work ethic. I was watching something from Tom Ferry the other day, the real estate coach, and he was just talking about how most of what we do in business is for a different purpose or for others. And what motivates you to work as hard as you do?
Well, on a personal level, my kids is one of my biggest motivation. I see them every day, and they are like one of my strongest driving factors. On a business level, I watch all these successful business people, entrepreneurs, people that are trying to create, coming with like new ideas that are not in the market or stuff like that, and it puts me in that positive mindset that I need to be different. I need to give my clients something that not every other realtor or loan officer is giving them. I need to give them something that would make me special, and then by that I'm gonna gain their referrals and their word of mouth and other people telling them about how great an experience this was. So that positive mindset of seeing those great successful people is because I want to see myself there, I guess. So that's a big motivational drive, in my opinion.
Yeah. So with that said, how do you decompress, bro? I mean, what are you passionate about? Do you have any hobbies? Like, is there something that you're doing outside of work?
I started lately working out more, starting lately to eat healthier, because I wasn't doing either for some time. And I started to realize I need to do more of this, because I need to better myself, not just on a business level, but on all levels as well. So this was one of the things. I need to give more personal time to myself, like travel, have fun. I love swimming, I love traveling. Those are one of the two things that I love the most. I'm very bad at this still, trying to give myself the personal time and get out of work. Life balance. Yeah, to get that life balance. It's a challenge for me right now to get that life balance. But you have to keep working on it till you adjust it.
Absolutely, it is needed. That's awesome. So a part of I didn't tell you about this, of course, but a part of establishing this interview is kind of get to the core of Walid.
Okay.
So I want everybody to kind of know who Walid is, like I do. So your current fans, your future fan base.
Okay.
I'm just gonna. House of Loans Factory has created 10 rapid fire questions.
Okay.
I'm just gonna shoot at you, and so you can just.
I didn't know that.
Well, here you go. So first question.
Okay, go ahead.
What's your favorite travel destination or a place you've always wanted to explore?
I've always wanted to visit Europe. Lots of places in Europe. I love the atmosphere there of things. So I want to visit Europe for sure. My home country is Egypt, so if I get the time to plan like a trip or a vacation there, I would highly do it because it's one of the best places, in my opinion, to take vacations at.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be most likely between Europe, Egypt.
Nice.
Close by here, I love like Hawaii, Caribbean, like the closest countries. If I don't have the time to go like somewhere far, it will be somewhere in the area here.
I love it. Favorite sandwich?
Favorite sandwich? I would say a burger.
A burger. Okay. Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Dogs. Okay,
I don't
that's
like
good.
cats.
That's why we know each other. What's one thing that you own that you know you should throw out?
Oh, that's a tough one. I would say something that's not a materialistic thing, but if I would point at something, it would be my ego.
Okay.
Sometimes I have to throw away my ego because if you can't control your ego, it destroys you, it kills you. And when you get like successful and you keep growing, and then you can really get you back, make you lose people around you, make you lose a lot of things. So sometimes I want to throw my ego away, and I'm trying to learn how to control it these days.
There's a difference between ego and confidence, huh?
Yes, you can be confident, but don't. But once it goes to a certain level, it starts hurting you. So I'm starting to learn to control that recently, like the last 3 months, I would say.
Nice, man.
I'm working on it.
That's awesome. Keep it up. Favorite movie of all time?
Favorite movie of all time? A Walk to Remember. I like that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah, I love that movie.
All right. Here's an interesting one. We always joke about this in our office, but are you a sock shoe person or a sock shoe?
Sock shoe.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm a sock shoe kind of guy, and people say I'm a little bit psychotic, so that's the normal, I guess.
So I'm okay.
What's your favorite smell?
Favorite smell? Anything that tastes good probably smells good. So I would appreciate a meal that smells really good.
Yeah? Pick something. Pick something for me.
Oh, we're Middle Eastern, so most of our food smells really good.
Okay.
Like if you're familiar with Middle Eastern.
What's your favorite Middle Eastern dish?
So my favorite is something called molokhaya. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
No.
But molokhaya is one of my favorite dishes,
Nice.
and my kids as well. Like they would eat
Come here for
molokhaya
dinner.
every night. Yeah. Oh, sure.
Sounds good. All right, I have to ask you this: LaCroix or La Croix?
La Croix.
Okay, perfect. Man. Savory or sweet?
Savory.
Awesome. Favorite band or music genre?
I love old music. Like I love 80s music, 70s, 80s, even 60s sometimes. So I'm a big fan of this era. I grew up listening to this music through my dad and my uncle. So I'm not a big fan to music like new stuff. I'm a big fan of this era of music.
Nice.
Like I listen a lot to Engelbert, for example. A lot of people wouldn't know who's Engelbert, but I love his music. So all these era of like and genre of music basically is one of my favorites.
Yeah, we love music here,
Yep.
for sure. Bonus question, and then we'll end it right here. But if you were to describe the rest of your real estate career in 5 words, what would you say?
5 words to describe it. That's tough, David.
It is tough. It is a tough question.
It is a tough question. A positive mindset and a good work ethic always pays off.
Nice.
That's for sure. If you can combine those two, because always every day you're going to be hit with negative stuff, and if you let it control you, you're not going to achieve anything.
Yeah.
So a positive mindset, no matter what, you always have that positive mindset, and a good work ethic. You need to be honest with every client, and always people, even my clients, they tell me this: I appreciate your honesty. I just came before I came here, showing a client a house in Rancho, and then we stepped out, and he asked me, should I buy it? I said no. I said, you're going to have to do this, and this, spend this. This is not the house you buy. Although I know the listing agent, and I could make the deal happen. Like the listing agent, I worked with her a couple of times before. So if she sees an offer from me, she's going to accept it right away. But I was honest to my client. Although this means that we're not going to put the offer, I'm not going to make my money out of it, and we're going to keep looking. But I have to be honest. So a good work ethic this is not the right house for him. I just had to tell him this. That's not the
Yeah.
right house for you. So
That's
wait
awesome,
until we
man.
find the right house.
That's awesome, man. Well, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Dave, for having
Yeah.
me. I really appreciate that.
Absolutely. We loved having you. It was awesome. Thank you,
All
guys.
right. Thank you, guys.